Ayup YouTube, Joey Thompson here. This is our first vlog. I got a lot of persuading to do it, and a lot of people have been asking on social media and whatnot after the recent videos that went out and podcasts, and people are quite interested in what I get up to and what I'm doing. So a little introduction to myself. I race motorcycles at the Isle of Man TT, Northwest, a little bit of BSB. I'm a privateer, so that basically means I have to pay for it all myself and my sponsors. I don't make any money out of it, and I spend all my own time preparing and racing and making money to go and race motorbikes. And hopefully it'll make this vlog a little exciting, give you a bit of an insight into what it's like. Today we've got quite an exciting day. Not working today, and we're off to go and play on super motorbikes over in Wakefield at an indoor kart track. There'll be a lot of riders there. Take your bike, CRF 150s and whatnot, and go and fly around and have some fun. So I'm going to take you with me, and you can see what it's all about. This is where the magic happens. Unfortunately, we're having the ceiling redone because we've had a leak, so everything is like all up in the air. Usually we've got a workshop down there, we've got the race bike on the platform and whatnot, and my dad will be working away pretty much all of his spare time getting the bike ready. Got the bike here ready to go tonight, just fitting my Alfie onboard camera. That's a plug. You can send me some more free stuff. That's the bike. Looks a bit dirty at the moment, to be fair. We've just had it rebuilt and whatnot, so I haven't had a chance to clean it, but it'll only be getting mucky again later, and we'll give it a good clean. I'm going to show you the race bike for this season, but it's in my office, so... Ready? Ta-da! Don't film that thing in the corner. I mean, it's still a nice bike. I suppose there'll be people watching this that are probably into the classic bikes and whatnot. But here she is, Yamaha R6. Spent an absolute fortune on this, getting it ready, and it'll probably be the fastest R6 at the TT, I'm pretty sure of it. We've spent so much time getting the engine ready. It's been at a place called FW Developments, Frank Raffle. The engine's like 140 plus horsepower, so similar to World Supersport spec really. So I've got no excuses in that department next year. But that's enough in here now, you can't see anymore. If any of you YouTube fans want to sponsor me a van, I'll happily take it. Like a van company or, yeah, anyone. I need a new one. Also, if any of you have anything that you want to see in the videos or stuff you want to know about road racing, anything really, it could be want to see what I do for a day-to-day job, want to see what I do regarding to training or anything about racing as well, you know. You see, I know I'm a small man and I've got a small van, but I need a new one. What was I going to say? What was I saying? Also, YouTube, I'm after a new camera woman. So, this is my house. These are my doggies. Come on. Come on. All they seem to do is that they make a lot of noise. Say hello to the camera. And Lulu is the one that likes being on camera. See? Hey, good girl, aren't you? If you're a bike fan, drop in the comments what bike this is and who rode it in which year. And if you get it right, I'll send you something for free. That's an amazing bike. Unfortunately, it's not mine. It's my dad's. He got it as his Christmas present from his from my stepmom. Believe it or not. I think he bought it himself, to be honest, yeah. This one here is my favourite trophy. It's my first ever trophy from motocross. 65cc, third place, 2009. So how old was I then? I was 10 years old. This bike here is where I first started my road racing career on. I rode this at Oliver's Mount. Can't remember the actual year. It was 2015, I think, when I made my debut at Oliver's Mount riding this bike. I think it's had something ridiculous, like, I think it's 32 wins around Oliver's Mount, so it's like got loads of history behind it. It's a TZ2 55 KE. My dad's friend Phil does all the engine work and stuff on it, and it's an absolute missile. It's near on 100 brake horsepower. Any of you proper bike fans out there will really appreciate the kind of engineering of that bike and how cool little two-stroke it is. Some of the trophies from more recent years. I've got that one up here, literally the latest one I've got, which is from Macau, the Macau Grand Prix. What a long journey that was over there. We had to like isolate for 7 days in a hotel room. You couldn't leave or anything, but the racing was really, really good. Got the 5th place at the Isle of Man TT. It's a pretty cool one on the Super Twin. Got a few other TT trophies there, Northwest trophies.
Are you ready?
Oh, hello. Got some questions that came in off Instagram and whatnot. I'm gonna get them up now and answer. I'm not gonna say anyone's names. What first road race was like? My first ever road race was actually at Oliver's Mount in 2015. But I'd say my first proper road race was the Northwest 200 in 2017 when I was a newcomer there. And because all I'd ever been doing prior to that was British Championships and circuits, it was a massive eye-opener, as in the speed, like down that like 3 kilometre straight at the Northwest, you're doing like 160, 170 mile an hour on a 600, so it was the fastest I've ever been on a motorbike. And also everything opens your eyes about the danger and stuff. You see the walls and you see the curbs and stuff, and didn't put me off at all, to be honest, because I was so young and I didn't really have much fear back then. But now I definitely notice it a lot more. So yeah, that was my first road race. It was a big eye opener. Next question: is there any race that has scared you? I wouldn't say circuit that scared me. But I wouldn't go back to the Southern 100, I don't think. I might do in years to come, but for some reason I just got a little bit put off with that one. You've literally got 2 walls at the Southern, one on the left and one on the right. I suppose it's the same at Macau, but yeah, the Southern scared me a little bit. It's rough as well, it's really bumpy, it's really fast, it's really enclosed. But all the rest of the road races, I mean, I suppose everyone scares you. That's why you keep going back for the adrenaline rush. But yeah, I think just for Southern 100. Are you going to be at the Classic TT? Hopefully. Not sure what I'll be riding, but I'd like to be there, yeah. This is a good question now. The process from getting your ACU licence to putting your entries in for the TT, and also rough cost. Luckily, when I was younger, my dad helped me out massively and got me into the sport, you know, putting me through my ACU licence and that. So I was only 11 or 12 years old when I got my ACU licence, so by the time I was 14 years old, although I wasn't old enough, I already had a licence capable of taking me to the TT, my national licence. So I've been a bit lucky on that aspect, but it was a long road. Like, I raced for maybe 9 years on short circuits before doing the TT, 8 years actually. But I think after about 3 years of short circuits, you'll be able to get an entry for the Manx Grand Prix once you've got a national licence. So that's basically how you get through that. Average cost for a privateer to race for TT. The way I see it is, however much money you've got to spend racing with TT, you'll spend. Whether you had 30 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, you'll end up spending it. You'll just get better bikes, you'll get better people within the team, you'll get a better lorry, you'll get better parts and whatnot. But I'd say if you wanted to do it on a budget, because you can't just go and race the TT, you've got to do 2 races prior to the TT to get your signatures for your licence. So if your only goal was racing the TT, and you'd have to do 2 races before the TT, 2 races after the TT as well, it's going to be minimum £15,000 to £20,000, and that's if you've already got a bike. If you need to buy your own bike, then you're going to be looking at even more than that. So it's a bit of a difficult question to answer, but racing's so expensive, and it's a shame it's getting like this, but unfortunately that's the way it is and we can't change anything. So you're on our way now to Wakefield, probably like 55 minutes away, but I need to stop and get a McDonald's or something like that. No, I eat healthy actually. What can I get that's healthy? Get a salad from Greg's or something. That makes me sound more like a motorbike racer. Yeah, 50 odd minutes away, we'll get there. Hopefully there's no traffic on the M62. Just earlier on today, we're in a garage, a petrol station that I just passed there, and I just thought it'd be a good story to share, just to show that there is still faith in humanity. For some reason, there was no signal on my phone. There was no Wi-Fi in the garage. And when I went to pay for my fuel on my Apple Pay, it was just declining, and there was money in the account, and I don't know why it didn't work, because it worked about 5 minutes later. But as I was paying for it, only came to £20. It said decline, sir. Tried it again, decline. So I went and stood over while I was trying to sort my online banking out to log in and to see what was going on. And the guy literally walked up from behind me, completely random guy, tapped his card on it, tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Don't worry about it, son." And I said, "Well, honestly, mate, you can't do that." Like, I tried to take his account number and sort code so I could send him the money. I even said, there was even a cash machine outside. I could have probably used my other card, gone and get it. And I said, "Look, just wait there." And he says, no, not interested. Hope you have a good day. And I literally tried so hard to get his details, to send him this 20 quid. And I feel really bad for it now. But he literally didn't give me any option at all. He literally just tapped his phone on it and said, "Don't worry about it." And I know he probably won't be watching this. You never know. He might come out to see it, but what a legend. Thank you so much. Right, so we've arrived here at Wakefield Karting a bit early, so just going to go and get signed on now, go and get the bike out, make a few little adjustments and whatnot, do the tyre pressures, and then hopefully get out on track. Time to go ride some motorbikes. See, professional motorbike racers here. Have to get our own bikes out of the van.
Many months later.
Yeah, we're here now, ready to go. We've got the bike in there after a lot of struggle, and everyone will start piling in now. There might be sort of 40-50 people all in here at one point, so go out, have a total round. It's really, really slippy when you ride indoors. You have to wait for your tyres to get up to temperature. You also have to wait for rubber to get down on the track, so it takes a few riders to go around and sort the track out. But yeah, we'll go out. Hopefully we won't have too many crashes, and let's go and have some fun. That's us done for the day. I think I only had like 2 crashes, so I think that's the best I've done so far. Every other time there, I've maybe crashed like 8 or 9 times because it's so slippy. Got a little issue with the bike, so it's going to go back to my mechanic and try and sort it out. But really good time, really enjoyed it, and it's great training as well for the big bikes, for the super bikes and whatnot, and for all the sliding, and great for fitness as well. My heart rate, I had my heart rate monitor on. Just checked it on my phone, and the whole time that I'm actually out on track, my heart rate's above 180 beats per minute, which is like probably 40 beats more than it is when I go running. So great training, really enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon.